Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got Scott on the other side, so how are you?
I'm all right, Dan. How are we doing?
I'm very well, thank you. We got Brighton at home tomorrow. How are you feeling about going into it?
Well, a little bit more optimistic after the Liverpool result, so that was a pleasant surprise. Well, even though they lost, but just to not lose by, I thought it could have been a real hammering. So um, I think to say they came back twice showed some character, and then they were unlucky at the end. But yeah, defending was just, I don't know, terrible for the goal. Um, but I think you've got to take the positives. That yeah, I thought we chances are we could lose quite heavily. So to come away and feel like we were a little bit unlucky not to get a point is they've got to take that into the game tomorrow.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. Seemed to be the thing that been going around everyone. That the performance wise as well, even though defending was a bit shocking, every time we seemed to got back into the game, that for us to score two goals at Anfield as well, and to have execute that game plan for so long, it was quite positive.
Yeah, I can't think of too many times when we scored two away from home this season. I don't know if that's the only time. Um, but yeah, I think there's an assist and a goal for Morgan, which is good. We need to get his confidence back up. Um, and yeah, they look like a little bit of a threat. I mean, Near Carty's throw-ins are becoming a little bit of a feature now, and causing problems from that. And then obviously Brighton have, I thought they played ever so well on Sunday, and they're really unlucky. But I think to put that much into the game and lose on penalties, hopefully they might have a little bit of a hangover tomorrow night.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, and that's the thing because we had an extra day's rest as well. Whereas Brighton had one day less, so hopefully that does work out well for us.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's going to be a hard game. But I was really impressed with Brighton. They played some really good football, technical football. Um, yeah, unlucky not to get a goal. I think on a different day, then they probably score a few. But yeah, I thought they were really unlucky, and I really felt for Solly March when he missed the penalty because in a final I've not seen many finals where the quality of the penalties has been so good. It was yeah, it was impressive. So yeah, so they're very unlucky. Um, and I think the game plan tomorrow is really go at it from the off. Just
Mm.
play high intensity football as much as possible. Get them pushed up the pitch and see if we can just get some pressure and get a goal. And maybe they're just having an off night where they're still on a bit of a downer. I think if we can get ourselves in front, see if we can get the chips back up again at the City ground. It was disappointing to drop to second from bottom, but there's still a few others around us struggling, so still doable. So we just got to crack on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Brighton did look good on Sunday, and I was quite impressed with them completely, especially with that left winger. I was like, oh, wow, he's going to be a handful. But then I think, hold on, if we get on our front foot tomorrow and did what we did against Liverpool, even in that last 10 minutes when we went 3-2 down, we had chances and I think we had five attacking players on the pitch towards the end. I'm like, for us to do that, it's rarity, and it was nice for us to actually go for it. And it just makes a nice change. So hopefully that we can continue that tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. Have a go. You know, they've got to. There's no other option. If they don't have a go now, then we've got to play to our strengths a little bit, and our strengths have been trying to play football and trying to play the right way. So um, yeah, I think no time to be fearful now and trying to pick up the odd point. We've got to win matches, so it's about belief. And they get a result tomorrow, and they get a win. Depending on how other things go, it could be a real kind of jump start to get the chips up and see how we finish.
Yeah, definitely. And funny enough, when we played Brighton early in the season, it was sort of like that game where we got going again, we were 2-0. I know after that we lost 5-0 to Arsenal, but Brighton was the sort of game where we got that clean sheet and we've seen that different side of Forest. Hopefully, we can use that Saturday's game as that inspiration for tomorrow against Brighton. And I know McKenna's loss was quite a big loss going out for the season. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, just another disappointing injury. I didn't see the game on Saturday, but I kept nipping back to the car and sticking the radio on from where I was, and yeah, I just couldn't believe it when he said that Joe Worrell was on and we're making changes early because of another injury. So it just seems like a freak one, to do his collarbone. He's had a bit of a nightmare season with injuries. Scott McKenna, and yeah, it is a blow. He is an important player, and he hasn't let anybody down too much this season. I know there was a mistake at Bournemouth, but I think he's actually done all right, Scott McKenna, this season. So it's a shame that he's not going to be around. It looks like Shelby's not going to be around on tomorrow either, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. So we could do with getting a few more back, but listen to what Steve Cooper was saying. It doesn't sound like everybody else is injured apart from, I think Aurier's got a chance, and I think maybe Kyoto. Yeah, Kyoto.
Yeah, definitely. It does sound positive that we're getting 2 players back. I mean, what do you take on the ball show thing? Because it sort of like worried me last night how, especially after Saturday, this came out. I'm like, why would you let something like that come out of the club?
Yeah, I don't really know the timings of it, but he's done himself no favours at all by the sounds of it. I mean, if he's having a strop because he can't get in the team, then I don't know what he thinks of himself, because he's certainly got a high opinion of himself. He thinks he should be playing because he's been a bit of a letdown, to be honest, and he's had more bad games than he's had good games, and everybody's kind of fighting for positions in midfield, and this is just not the attitude you want of a senior, experienced player when you're in a relegation fight. They've got somebody stropping off. It's Sunday morning stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how Cooper kind of deals with it, and perhaps whether there's an apology from Goldman.
I do apologise about that. Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's not a qualitative thing, what he did. But I mean, I completely agree with you, and hopefully it does fine, does something just to say, look, you can't do that here. But yeah, I completely agree with you.
He loses now. So let's see if he gets a chance to do it.
Yeah, definitely. What sort of team would you play tomorrow?
I think I'd go 4-4-2. Well, no, 4-3-3. Sorry, 4-3-3. I think Taiwo's looking a bit sharper. I'll bring Brennan back. Still going with those three with Morgan in behind. Midfield's a bit of a problem at the minute. Just Foyler's seems to be off the board a little bit at the minute, but you just want him scrapping in there more than anything. So Freuler, Mangala, and Danilio for me. I think the back four's pretty much picking itself at the minute because there's not a lot to choose from.
No, that's the thing, and it's sort of like it's not a worry thing, but I do agree with you that it would have been instead of playing that Fuller in there.
I don't know. Colback's injured, isn't he? Dolby's made himself pretty much unavailable with his attitude. Yates is injured. Who else have we? Scarpa's injured. I don't know what the options are for someone to come in, unless I'm missing somebody. But I don't know who can come in and play. Archie's injured unless he's fit, but I think the midfield is pretty much picking itself at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. Would you throw Ali Hammond into it? I know he's not made his debut and that, he was on the bench on Saturday. But would you back Gully and throw Ali Hammond into it?
Probably not at the minute. I think we just need experienced players like right to bring in
Mm.
youngsters in, and we'll see if Steve Cooper sees it any different. But probably, yeah, it's difficult. I think difficult at this point of the season. If they have a bad result tomorrow, and you got a youngster in, yeah, I don't think that's right.
Mm. Yeah, completely agree. What's your score prediction for tomorrow?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Forest.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go with Taiwo and Morgan to get the goals.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with that. I did like that result. Do you want to say about the socials?
Yeah, you can follow me on at Munich and Madrid on Twitter.
So do it that up on Scott's Twitter feed. Thank you for watching as per usual. And thank you, Scott, for coming on.
No worries, Dan. Thanks for having me.
It's no worries. So that's it. Thank you for watching, guys.